Hey, what's up, guys on YouTube? How's it going? So I'm gonna show you guys basically around the LG G Stylo and 6.0 Marshmallow to the best of my abilities from what I understand so far. So right now I'm actually using the Google Now launcher. This is not the stock launcher. Um, there's not a lot that's changed in a stock launcher, so you're not really missing much. And I prefer using the Google Now launcher. But let me just show you guys. It's actually quite speedy than what it used to be as far as lag. So once it gets going, it keeps going, and that's probably one of the beneficial things. Um, Going into the app drawer, and that's pretty much it. So you get your favorites on the top, or most recently used, and then you have all your apps basically right there. Um, let's see. Let's open up the browser, and let's yeah, it tells you right here that all your tab, your what pages you're on will be considered as tabs. Um, so let's go ahead and do a search. Let's type in. Let's see. Um, hmm. Let's go Chili's. So this is like one of my favorite restaurants, and we'll launch the Google Now tab, and I'll probably be a little bit slow right now because I am basically screen recording, so everything should be slower at this moment. So, anyways, yeah, this is it. Google Now tap, and it gives you like all the information that you would need to know about certain places where it's at. Um, you can see right there you have like Google, you have Maps, you have Twitter, the website, and you can take a look at the menu. You can check out the one at the Metro Center, so it gives you all the ones that's nearby and whatnot. So that's always pretty cool. I can dig that. So that's Google Now tap basically. It just brings you more information, and it smart searches the internet for everything that would be related to that. So that's always a good thing. Now, so some people have asked about the SD card thing. Let me tell you guys right now that no, the G Stylo, while it would have been a great feature, I don't know why LG did not incorporate this into um, Marshmallow for the G Stylo, but this is probably disappointing to a lot of people, and that's with the actually using the external storage as your internal storage. It cannot be done. Let me show you guys. Normally, if it could be done, going into your SD card and then hitting the three dots on the top, going into settings, and where it says like eject and format. If you click format, it should give you an option here where it says format as portable storage. It should give you an option to change it to format as internal storage. Of course, this doesn't. There is no selection to change it. It will only format your SD card as a portable storage. Why did LG disable this? I am not sure why they disabled this. I'm going to continue to play around with the phone a little bit more and figure out why. But this would have been very handy for us users on Boost Mobile because then we could have used our SD cards as our internal storage. So if you had like a 32 gigabyte SD card, then you would have had 32 gigs of internal storage. Yes, they say that when you do switch it over and make your external storage your internal storage, that the apps will be slower, but it's not like a significant slowdown. Like if you tap Facebook, it's going to take 2 minutes to load. Like, no, it's just, it won't be that split second load. It will be like a split 2 second load, basically. So, um, that's really disappointing, as we could have increased our internal storage, basically. And for me personally, I have no problem turning my 32 gig SD card into an internal SD card for the G Stylo. So that's just very disappointing that they kind of took that away. But all in all, you know, it's just been it's fairly well. I mean, the performance wise is fairly well, unless you're screen recording, then yeah, the memory's being eaten up right now for this video to process good resolution video. So um, yeah, some things will be fast and some things will be slow. Like, you know, Google Now on tap was kind of slow loading, but it's actually much quicker without you know, screen recording going on. Battery life is not bad at all. I just recently charged it again. But that's just me being OCD and very, you know, picky about my battery. It was at 52%, and it charges really fast. I do believe that the G Stylo does support Quick Charge 1.0 because I used my charger for my ZTE Warp Elite, and I was able to charge my G Stylo from 52 to 100%, and I believe like the time of charge was about half hour, close to about half hour. So we'll see. Anyways, um, here's where it's at. It's been on for about 3 hours and 3 hours and 1 minute, and it's used about 30%, so about 10% every hour. Estimated time left is about 6 hours. So just depending on how I'm using it, and as I'm using it right now, it's depleting power. So that's why I'm pretty sure that the estimated time will change when I stop screen recording, and pretty much I'm like done messing around with the phone. I'm pretty sure that'll change, but I do get longer than 9 hours total. Um, so yeah, I mean, the last thing I want to show you guys is how to move apps to SD card. No, I'm not trying to change the default messaging app. This is what I meant in the prior video. If you want to move your apps to SD, so here is the new applications menu. As I said, there's no longer three tabs. The tabs you have is like in a drop down list, and it's actually all apps enabled and disabled, and that's it. There, you know, there is no downloaded, you know, separated from all apps, which was ridiculous in the first place. So they kind of cleaned up the apps settings. And let's see, let's go to an app that we know can move to the SD card. Let's go to Google Photos. There it is right there. So when you select it, now, give it a second here. But anyways, so you see right here where it says force stop and uninstall, right? Kind of weird. You're looking at it and you're like, okay, well, underneath that you see storage. If you tap storage, it's actually selectable. And here, when you hit change, you can change its location from, right now I have it on the SD card. You can actually move it back to internal storage. And it's really cool how it works. So if you hit change, it tells you can select either internal or SD card, and then I'll show you like a transfer progression, which is pretty cool. So you can actually do that from here, and I think that's a pretty great thing. You actually can choose permissions, so you can choose if it can, the app can, you know, select, say like the camera and storage. So, you know, you can set app permissions within the app, so that's actually pretty great. Like you get a little bit more control over everything within you know, Android now, basically. So that's always something really good. Um, those are some of the more notable things that you could really see a difference in. So honestly, when it comes down to Android 6.0, did it improve the LG G Stylo? Well, yes, it did. It did in different ways. It added some more sensible ways of navigating and handling processes. It is faster when you're not screen recording. It is much faster, and all out Google Now and Tap is very helpful and very handy when gathering information. And the battery life seems to be decent and fair. So, would I recommend updating your G Stylo to 6.0 Marshmallow? If you're not rooted and you don't need anything that requires root, then yeah, definitely update. It'll be well worth it. But if you are rooted, and if you are using rooted applications, I can say to hold off to see what happens in the future with development. Yeah, remember, it's fairly new to the G Stylo, so development's going to be very slow. So there may not be any like root or anything like that for the G Stylo on 6.0 Marshmallow probably till like the summer of 2016. So if you want to wait that, you can. But if not, then I suggest you find a way to get completely back to root. Not root, but to stock. To, you know, as I said before, really like get your phone back to stock. Like using a stock system image and flashing that which will completely obliterate any traces of root on your phone. And in that way, you can update. Because you doing the normal way of just doing a full unroot from Super SU or using Kingo to do an unroot, it will not fully take out any traces of the phone that says that it has been rooted. It will not. It pretty much has like the Knox patch basically. So no matter what, if you rooted your phone, they'll know that it's been rooted even if you unrooted it. So anyways, guys, this is just a quick flow through it. I'm gonna continue to play more around with it, just because I'm pretty sure I'll learn something new within like the next week or so. And if I do, I'll come back and make an updated video. But for right now, this is basically some of the changes that has been done with 6.0 Marshmallow. If you guys enjoyed this video, you can let me know by leaving me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you have not. And yeah, I will see you guys next time.